Okay, patrons, it's time for another really crappy video from the Lego room. Because this is probably the coolest thing that I have built in, I don't know, it could be ever. So last night I got zero sleep. Well, okay, that's not true. I got 3 hours. I got 3 hours of sleep because I was up from about 8:30 till 4 a.m. building something. And it's something that I've been working on, that I've wanted to do for a very long time. And so, as you know, I have Thor's hammer, and I've always wanted like a whole collection of life-size things. And so I was trying to think of what I could use the hammer for, and I realized that they use hammers a lot in forging. So I thought I could use Thor's hammer to do some forging. And what I have forged is something that a lot of people have been trying to make for a long time, but more particularly I have been trying to make for a long time. Anduril, Flame of the West, the sword from the Lord of the Rings. So if you look, it's super thin, and if I can get really close to you here and show you how thin it is, obviously a lot of these parts have to be replaced, but it actually has an edge and tapers down. I wonder if I can get a view of the taper. Probably not really, not very well. But you can see it's pretty straight. And now the most important part of any sword is how sturdy it is, right? Well, I'll tell you right now, if you try to lay it down like this, it's just going to bend in half and bust in 100,000 pieces. Because that's what I've done many times. But watch this. It actually holds itself up with the blade being vertical. It's actually sturdy enough to do that. You can feel it when you turn it sideways and it starts to lean with the flat of the blade. It doesn't work very well. But it's done. I actually did a bricklink order today to change out the parts to all light bluish gray. So we have a light bluish gray hilt, or light bluish gray blade, and the dark bluish gray hilt. And then on the handle, we actually have, whoa, I'm spinning it. See, I gotta hold that in. The handle is actually tires inside out. And then of course we have some brick built handle down at the bottom, and then the little decorations at the end of the crossguard. So there you go. This technique I've been working on for a while, and I actually gave up on it. I thought it had failed, but then my wife was in here and she's like, "Oh, have you ever tried this? Try using tiles instead." I'm like, "Yeah, but it doesn't work because here, I'll just show you." And so I showed her why it didn't work, and then realized how it could work. Always listen to your wife if you have one, because they're smart. They're very smart. And even if it didn't work before, if they suggest that you do it, it will work. I did use all but, I think, 3 of my 2x6 tiles on this one sword, on this one build. The inside uses a lot of pieces. So we have, if you look at it, there are sections of 2x6 tiles. Each one of those sections contains 25 pieces to make that work, to make this whole thing work. And look at that. See, look at that. Holding itself up. I mean, I obviously showed you that before, so you know it can do that. But it's still really cool, and I'm still so excited that it worked. I hope that this wins me a prize. I hope this wins me an award at Brick Slopes. I really think it will, because one of the guys is a huge Castle fan. And so when he sees Anduril, Flame of the West, to go along with all of the new Lord of the Rings stuff, I think he's gonna flip his lid. Yeah, one of the main Brick Slopes guys, his name's Cody. Maybe he'll actually induct me into the Bearded Builders Guild, finally. I've been trying to get in that thing for, what, 2 years now? But I'm I'm sorry, this is so cool. I put my hand out here to catch it in case it breaks. Because as sturdy as it is, things wear out, right? So the connections in here may actually break one time. And so I am really trying to be careful, but as you can see, like, it holds its own weight. Ooh, that was a lot of creaking. I'm gonna show you one more thing, and I hope I'm gonna go through and tighten it really quick. But I hope it works without destroying it, because I've done it quite a few times. I've shown my kids, and I even practiced doing it before I finished it. All right, you guys ready? This is the craziest thing that I do with the sword. Okay, ready? We're gonna twirl it. Oh, that feels so cool. It's made of Lego. Isn't that crazy cool? So it is about 6 studs shorter than the actual Anduril Flame of the West. I don't know if I'm going to increase it. It's already pretty heavy on the blade as it is. There's a lot of bending that happens. As I've been holding it like this, I don't know if you can see, but it has a bend starting right through here and then continues through the handle depending on where I'm holding it. So it is bending but not breaking. So that's the key. But there we go. It doesn't have the writing in the center like Anduril, so I'm wondering if I should call this Narsil, because Narsil did not have the writing. So that could be the case. I may actually try to get this displayed at our local Lego store when the Rivendell set comes out. We'll see whether or not that actually happens. But I'm very excited to show it off, to show it to people. I even thought about going to the mall on that. Whoa! I just hit something and it detonated. See? See, you got to be very careful with it. It bent right along the way I thought it would. All right, well, I'm going to have to, wow, that is a catastrophic failure. Okay. Again, very proud of it. Still fragile. It is Lego. Thor's hammer is a lot more sturdy than this thing is, but it's also a giant block. So, all right, thank you. And this is for you, patrons. I'll have some teasers going up. I think I'm going to have a teaser this weekend showing it off. So, all right, bye.